See what's going on in the castle. It's accessible?
Locked. Locked.
Oh shit. Only a graveyard. Appear to be anything here. I would hazard a guess that there probably is, because this has not been available before. Or otherwise this is some sort of a Easter egg sort of thing, like some of the names and the pictures are familiar. Otherwise I don't really see the point. Why have the area at all, or why have it not be accessible? Well, I can't really spot anything particularly different about this. It repeats the same patterns, the stones, so slightly more blood that I'm comfortable with.
Solarian, is that you? What are you doing here? The whole town is destroyed. There's monsters roaming on what used to be the streets.
I'll never desert me post, Squirt. That's the difference between me and you. And that's why you'll never amount to much.
What? Not to toot my own horn, but I have conquered 4 of the portal worlds, and now have only to find one more piece of the broken mirror, and I'll be able to reverse all these horrible portal effects. I'm saving the world, Solarian, and pretty much all by myself.
Yeah, but have you killed them rats yet?
You know, sometimes it's hard to decide if you're delirious or just stupid. Get out of here, Solarian, before some creature makes you his lunch.
I'll not take orders from an apprentice, thank you.
Fine. See you later.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Why did I have a petty fight with this guy who's basically dying over? What the fuck was the point of that?
Oh yeah?
Right. Can we now access these locations? Now we can, but there's nothing really in them. Probably. Although... well, this is a new location.
Oh, so that's the way it's going to be, huh?
What is that, by the way? I might get a decent kill hit on it. I think it's a more powerful version of Recon, basically. Trying to approach us like a goddamn Terminator.
Not exactly stalwart fighters.
Well, more vines. That's about it. I don't get the fucking vine climbing thing. Seems like there were a lot of abilities that basically in the end just didn't do anything. Like, why is this even a place? Why block the player's access to this if this is all it has? If it's an access point to the higher levels there, that's more understandable. But what the fuck is happening? Something. Oh.
Oh yeah?
An opening there. In order to reach it, I would have to get up there somehow and jump. Or up there somehow. Ah. The only really noticeable difference is this, that you can get a little bit higher. But this doesn't really cut it. It doesn't really give you access to anything, not this way at least. Way would be if you... I don't think going there is going to change anything either. Need to get height. Yeah, I don't get it. I have to sort of assume that there is a way to use the vines, and I just haven't figured out what the fuck that is. I have seen vines nowhere else, and the climbing specifically mentions vines. Allows player to ascend to certain inaccessible areas by climbing ropes, vines, and like object. Note, without the climb skill, player can still climb ladders. The only things I've been able to climb are ladders. I have not seen any ropes. I've seen vines, and that's it. And vines sure shit don't work. There was a target. They're basically intact barrels until they're destroyed. That's fucking weird. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell is going with that. So, anything else I could do here, perhaps? I don't think so. The only things viable would be again mines, but I've hit this a few times. The description and what's sort of happening in the game don't seem to match all that well, and I don't know why that is. Is it my version of the game, or is that how it's intended to be? Because this seems like a pretty drastic sort of deviation from how I see how things should work. And isn't the only time or place where that's happened. But I can't do anything about that. Right. More or less just bugs me because I might be missing something interesting the game has to offer. I don't know if that's the case, or is the game bugging out, or what.
Locked. Don't mess with me, you little creep.
Sort of seems like the lower sections are totally destroyed at this point. I might not be even able to go there. I'll try to go to the sewers and the Thieves Guild. We sort of gave them a warning beforehand that something might be coming up, so prepare. This was closed before.
Locked.
It has clearly an inside area there. Secret. Now you can climb to higher levels. That wasn't possible before. Was this window always here? I don't recall it.
Locked.
That said, I can't say that it wasn't. I don't think it was. But yeah, now that's bugging me too. I'll probably get there from up the outer ledge. How did I get there initially? There were barrels, I think. Now I would have to get to the first level through some other means. The fuck can I go through these now? Could be 4.
Locked.
I'll probably create an item here to jump upon. Get the necessary elevation going.
Locked.
Game saved itself. I didn't save it. That's somewhat worrisome. There's another window there. It's a goddamn table, why can't I just destroy it? So, in order for this to work, I need to get to the first platform through some magical goddamn means. Then I can climb high enough so I can use the upper window, I think. No, I don't need to even climb. I can get to the third floor if I can get past the barricade. And then I can get there. But how to get to the first? Yeah, this is how you get there, but there's a table blocking your way. I'll try explosives. I do have a spell that does that. I also have the ancient spell, I guess, that destroys environment. Doesn't seem to be making much of a difference. This is probably where we could put the item and just jump over this. So what do we need for that? Basically any item that's something that we can't currently carry. So that's not unreasonable. Can probably loot something.
Peter! What happened?
Master Legray, I'm afraid I'm finished. Here, we received this message from Dame Legray an hour before the attack.
Boy, now I wish I had packed a lunch.
Yeah, burning meat makes me hungry too. Peter's note. A simple note is marked with the seal of Dame Legray. The message has no special properties. This note is clearly written in the hand of that shining star nobility, Dame Legray. Okay, can I read it somehow?
My darling Jaren, soon we will be released from this pit of vipers and traitors. Your plan to acquire the jewels of Gladstone is brilliant and surely blessed. Who in the kingdom is more deserving than you and I? Our families are easily the oldest and most well-respected in the realm, and you are noble, Jaren? Dedicated counselor for the past 3 decades? Actual ruler of the kingdom? If in this chaos and threatened succession, who in history will be able to blame us if we act to move away from this corrupted spot? Flee with me, my love, and bring the jewels? We will found a new Gladstone by ourselves? I await our rendezvous in the woods. Your devoted servant, Carmen Legray.
Well, I guess we're gonna go into the woods. We have plenty of things to do here. Probably. Be blocked. No? Crater Bazaar ring is basically unity to crater poison, so I'm not sure if that's all that useful really. Right. So coming here was a gigantic waste of time. Why even have the platters and all that? I don't get that. Seem to be able to go to these higher elevation areas just fine, so why the fuck do you have a ladder there? I feel like it for it to matter, it should have been there earlier. Now it makes no difference. I guess I don't really understand the intent behind the level design choices. Right, so... if that were blocked, then it would make sense. I have to go around it. You can't really do that. Right. Yeah, I don't get it. It seems very counterintuitive to me. There had to be... well, I did sort of skip the barricade here, but it doesn't really change anything. I don't dare to throw that note away, might be evidence. Maybe the jars of oil. Don't really see how they would be useful anymore. I'll carry one with me just in case I need another boost close by. Right, guy died here, wasn't much I could do about it. It also seems like a place that might have some content in it, but I have no idea how you would enter it. This wall or fence is very high. Maybe up there. But would you survive? Well, it's worth a shot, I think. Otherwise, well, there is a purpose to this place, regardless. Some minor loot here. Again, the loot levels are always so pathetic that, yeah, it's there's no way you can jump that. You'd have to get even higher than that. I feel like this is probably the most content here. It doesn't really matter one iota if you do it or not, but it's nice to know. I probably have missed a lot of content already. The fact that we had the switch in the advisor's room, for example, that we used multiple times and nothing ever happened from it. I feel like there has to be a right timing where that works. I'm increasingly thinking that a lot of things happen with the correct timing that I wasn't aware of. Like the Luther giving us the sword. It's the access to the place where Luther we found him was basically blocked very quickly after the encounter. So if you don't use that one specific time to meet him, you're not meeting him. I feel like there are other encounters do the same thing. Probably looted this already. Sort of feels a little bit familiar.
Locked.
Probably make the jump. I need to crouch to get in. Lesser explosive runes. Ring of Reflection, I think I bought that, Mana Stone. So that was a wasted purchase. Do they stack? They do not stack. I doubt the effects will stack, but they might, I suppose.
Not exactly stalwart fighters.
Everything's somewhat respawned, I guess. Anything else we can still do? Try the lower sewers. That's pretty much it. I suppose I might have missed something, but it doesn't feel like I've missed anything interesting. Feels like very little in fact is going on. Technically, where the fuck did you all come from? Oh yeah, you. There's been talk about with the item set, for example, for the dragon or drake skin items. I think I have a ring for that from the item set, but I have no idea where any of the other parts would be, for example. That's another missed content of some sort. Can't use these anymore. So everything's probably normal there, but the game just doesn't want you to go there anymore. We're leaving. I'll try to go to the lower section of the town. I don't think there's access to it. So basically we'll just have to leave and go complete the final portal world on our own. No idea if anyone's still alive. Probably there are. Things might get bad, but the game probably isn't quite that dark.
Nice.
Oh, lower Gladstone still exists. Frozen lower Gladstone still exists.
Locked.
No shit. End of the world came and he closed shop. can't find any sewer access really. That's the only potential location of interest. I suppose the tavern could be one too.
Locked.
There really aren't any marked locations. Taverns are gone. Can't really find sewer access points. Right, everything's gone. Right, I think I'm wasting my time trying to explore anything here. Be a trader in the wilderness, if nothing else. What am I holding in my... oh, leather gloves.
I will seek a hand weapon for your use.
Whatever, bro. Can't get any more meat out of pigs. That's a new development too. Not a positive one. We could now we have targets where we could try these apparitions. Well, what is this? This is different. It's totally new. It's barbarian women.
Oh my god! What is this place?
Copper, you were right. The Dark Army was not our principal threat. These strange legions are overwhelming us. We have not trained to fight these new creatures.
Are you injured badly? Let me see what I can do for you.
No, Brother Josiah and Mistress Dawn have both been here, and are returning soon. They will treat my wounds. You must continue your work of closing the portals. We cannot long survive if further corruption and new infestations plague us.
There's only one shard still missing, but I'm not sure what else will be required after that.
You must press on. Here, take this writ, show it to Jeron, and he will give you access to my private library and armory. Please avail yourself of anything you need. Have Jeron also issue you with any funds that you may require for equipping yourself.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your support in this matter.
It is Gladstone that appreciates your efforts, nephew. The fragile line that you patriots have so frequently drawn in the sand is all that separates Gladstone from the abyss. Without your kind, we would have packed up the tents long ago, and Gladstone would be remembered only as a wide spot in the forest. The deeds of heroes are tempered in the flames of time, and produce the legends that encourage us all in troubled times. The odds are against us today, But who would consider surrender while the memory of our great past lives on? Who among us could say that Kieran's efforts were in vain? Who here today will be the first to say that Sir Vincent and his noble steed might as well have left their lonely post? Can anyone so quickly forget the deeds of Luther? The answer is no, and will always be no, during peace or times of hardship and adversity. For as long as the deeds of our heroes shine brightly and illuminate the path before us, Gladstone will live on, strong and proud. So go now, Copper, and carry forward the future of our nation on your broad and most worthy shoulders.
Show Richard's writ to Lord Jaren. But the keep is fucking gone. Do I need to go back there? A decree from your uncle King Richard giving you full access to the resource of the keep and its armies. Artifact. Take this writ to Jaren for assistance. There must be someone in the keep who would be able to make sense of this. I guess we're going back to the keep and to drop something. I think it's time for the acid sacks to finally go. It's not a good entry point to the keep though. Whatever. The order of things seems a little bit weird. I don't see why this couldn't have happened immediately itself already. Because that is much more likely the place for you to try to go into. I suppose they might think that the amount of lava that was blocking access to the castle might deter a player at that point, but that's highly improbable. I have to wade through toxic shit and fire all the time at this point. I wonder, no. I was thinking about the weird images in the Oracle cave that cost 25,000 crowns. I have no idea what they are. I was thinking maybe could we get enough money to activate one. Because the king told me I'll get the keep's funds.
Hello? Samuel?
Ah, I should have known it would be you. Go away! You've caused enough trouble already.
My God. Have you seen what's happened out here? And where is everybody?
Those left alive are hiding here inside the keep, but I'm very sorry we are quite full, and there is no room left. You'll have to leave.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I've got a writ here from my uncle.
Your uncle has been wounded in battle, just as I predicted. He ignored my advice, so who cares what the delirious fool scribbled on his deathbed? In the future, Gladstone will need sane men to guide the kingdom. Now, if you can't see, we've got our hands full here.
Locked. Locked.
Yeah. That was worthwhile use of my time again.
soon.
We have pork. Yes, we do. I actually do want food at this point. My only stack of food is running low, and I have no idea how long I need to stay in the desert, or what you would call it.
Let's see how you like this! Oh, so that's the way it's going to be, huh?
There are plenty of full mana items too, so that's a positive thing. Not seeing any immediate use for all of it, but don't really see any harm in having it either. Ah, right. Do we have any real tasks we really need to do? Richard's writ. Show Richard to Lord Turn. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. I didn't really even get a chance to show him anything. Maybe I could have pressed the issue somehow, I don't know. Seems like a waste of time to me. Most of these things seem like a waste of time. Not sure I want to go there. That was where the conjure with the king was. What we really want is the Shattered Desert. And I don't think we want to go anywhere else. That said, the quarry seems different. Like it has another area there connected to it now. Instant death attacks.
We fight soon. Spittle.
Would these guys be vulnerable to physical attacks?
The portal is pulling. I'm being sucked in. Don't mess with me, you little creep.
The instant death abilities certainly don't work. Arrows are pretty useless. It's just a weird area. Doesn't seem to do anything.
Why don't you just go ahead and kill yourself? It would save me a lot of time, and I'm in sort of a hurry.
No chance of doing instant death attack on these. That's another notable thing. That seems to be a thing. It's okay against trash, but it doesn't really count when you really need it.
don't you just go ahead and kill yourself? It would save me a lot of time, and I'm in sort of a hurry. You little creep!
Don't even do anything. That's the weird part.
Time for me to dole out some justice.
They did attack me once though, so it's not like they've been passive continually.
We fight soon.
Now Thief is getting levels.
Don't mess with me, you little creep!
These guys were supposed to be vulnerable to physical combat, and they certainly aren't.
We fight soon.
They don't seem
Think
to
you're
be
pretty tough,
vulnerable
don't
to
you?
anything
Fight
anymore.
soon.
Still, they're going down, so I'm interesting seeing where this goes.
You little creep!
Just killing one of them is probably gonna give us a couple level ups. I'm guessing I'm getting experience for every actual attack that does damage. So while this does seem like a gigantic waste of time, it's actually a great way
It
to
would save me
train
a lot of
something.
time, and I'm in sort of a hurry.
Spittle. Spittle.
Now one should be going down.
We fight soon.
No escape for you. Well, 11, 11, 13. Where's the...
You little creep!
Spittle.
Taste steel!
is somehow better. Fuck, I can't see. It's warping all over the place.
Don't mess with me, you little creep! Taste steel!
Spittle. We fight soon. Spittle.
Wondering why the hell aren't they doing
You little
anything?
creep.
They were fairly troublesome when they properly fought me. Do have some reflection attacks, things like that, so maybe they ran out of magic or something.
Let's see how you like this!
Well, second going down.
You think you're pretty tough, don't you?
Well, he was pretty tough. Huge success. Doing something. Right, so things are slightly different. Does it matter? No, no it does not. Chashire Desert it is. I'm certainly not going in there now. It's gonna require my full attention.
Fight soon.
Full resources, lots of time probably. There could be another NPC in front of it, giving us a hint on what to do. Past couple of places have had some oddity that you need to know, like the resurrection devices, or that you need to wind up the clocks to complete things instead of just fighting blindly. So if this is somehow more difficult, there's a high probability that there's some sort of a trick to it. What is that? What is that?
Oh, so you want to play rough?
I think it's the underworld creature. One bounce.
Silence must kill. We fight soon.
Holy fuck, there's like a billion of those. Also, I don't have a healing spell ready. Incredibly
I
tough.
think you're pretty tough, don't you?
I mean, now they have so many hit points that shooting them with something like this seems like a total waste. The death blows are saving my ass here. I have to chew through all their hit points, but Jesus Christ, everyone has like 1,000 hit points now. That happened.
Here is a new weapon to use.
New on bonbons. Where are they? No special properties. Right, so there's no point in coming here in the first place. I do appreciate the extra combat training. Melee combat seems to be the thing to do. We want to kill things quickly. Also, I didn't need to use the absolute defense there. So we can protect ourselves much better if we really need to. What am I wearing? Not sure if this is okay stuff anymore.
Let's see how you like this.
Death blows should kill them if anything else.
Victory is ours.
LOL 1K revisited, not my marker. That's what it felt like.
This is it. The 5th and final portal.
Sweet.
Why don't you just go ahead and kill yourself? It would save me a lot of time, and I'm in sort of a hurry.
We fight soon.
Oh, so you want to play rough?
No instant death attacks on these guys.
Spittle. We fight soon.
no water. The fuck did this happen?
Hey! The portal is pulling! I'm being sucked in!
I need some sort of an instant full health item on the just here. I think soul meat is that sort of that kind of an item. I can press a button and it'll give me a full heal. That's more or less the point. Didn't lose anything, but yeah, these are starting to be troublesome. The pool is very strong at this point. God damn. Right, leave things here. Shattered Desert next time. Last place, and once that happens I think we have to do something else. I can't imagine this ending without us having to do something to Jekyll. It is a creature we encountered very early on. Jekyll. Looks very much like the spirit creature death, so either we don't have to do anything to him or he's gonna be the boss. One way or the other. Could be basically that he gets handled in the cutscene, but I'm leaning toward probably being the boss.